iOS 18 is out and it's got a ton of new features with some significant changes. Today I'm going to cover 25 new exciting changes with iOS 18, so stay tuned, and I'm also going to give you a few bonus tips. So as you can see on my iPad it's 6.2 GB, on the iPhone it's close to 7 GB, but I can't show that to you because I'm already running 18.1 beta. So what's new with iOS 18? iOS 18 brings some huge changes to the home screen. You can now move icons to wherever you want. You can also add custom app icon colors. This is by far the biggest change Apple has ever done to the home screen. To do this, simply drag the icon to wherever you want. You can place it anywhere you want. Of course, you can't place it in the middle because it will still snap into the 4x4 grid like Apple has designed the home screen. But at least now you can place the icon wherever you want in the home screen without it snapping back to the last fill position. I know Android's had this feature for years or maybe even decades, but this is what iPhone just got now and I'm very happy about it. For changing the app icon colors, you have to long press on the screen and click on Edit. Then go into Customize. So let me go through this one by one. Light is of course the light icons which are there by default. Dark is the new addition where all your icons change into a dark mode, and this looks really cool in my opinion. I find this is the best out of all, but of course it depends on how you match it with your wallpaper. You can leave it to automatic, so if it's day and night it will automatically change the icon colors, and then comes tinted. Now tinted is where you can set a color to all your icons and you can match it with your wallpaper. So this is also a pretty cool option. You can also set your icons to large, but just keep in mind it will remove all labels. I prefer the small icon. If you're someone who's going to be using the large icons, please let me know in the comments down below. Control Center also gets a huge update. So when you swipe down from the right, this is what you get. There's a lot going on here, and let me try and explain everything to you. Let's start with the top. There's a plus icon over here. When you tap on it, you'll be able to customize the entire layout. You'll be able to see these nubs over here, and holding onto this nub, you can literally resize each and every control, and this gives you a lot of flexibility and I love it. You can also add a control by clicking on add a control. There's a large list to choose from and you can literally set whatever you want to your control center. You also get a brand new power button over here, and long pressing on it will let you shut down your iPhone. So that's a nice addition as well. The next page is your now playing section. So whenever you're playing any media, it will show up the controls over here. Next is of course your HomeKit section. So if you have a smart home setup, it will list all your devices over here. And the last of course is your connections tab. There are multiple ways of navigating the control center. You can swipe of course like I showed you. You can even tap on the icons on the side if you want to jump from the first to last, and you can even hold and swipe. The next feature is something that I've really been waiting for a very long time, and now Apple has finally added it, and I'm very happy about the fact. You can now lock individual apps with your Face ID, and that gives you added security for your iPhone. So just long press on an app and you'll see the new feature Require Face ID pop up over here. Tap on it and here you can see it says Require Face ID for WhatsApp. So if you click on Require Face ID and scan your face, now WhatsApp has been locked with Face ID. So if I tap on it, this is what pops up. To remove it, long press again and click on Don't Require Face ID and scan your face. You can even take this one whole step further. Long press on it, click on Require Face ID, and then select the second option which says Hide and Require Face ID. So click on that, scan your face. This is what comes up. It says that you can hide WhatsApp. So then click on Hide App. So as you can see, WhatsApp is hidden and you can't even search for it. It doesn't show up at all. To access your hidden apps, scroll all the way to the right, scroll down, and you'll be able to see there's a hidden folder over here. Tap on that, scan your face, and now it will show up your hidden apps over here. To disable it, again long press, click on Don't Require Face ID, and once you scan your face or enter your passcode, WhatsApp's removed from hidden and you can now access it. Flashlight animation gets an update too. Check this out. When you turn on flashlight, it gives you a huge pop-up on your dynamic island, and when you tap on dynamic island, you can even change the intensity of your flashlight by reducing it or increasing it. You can see over here that the intensity is reducing and increasing. You can even change the width of the flashlight, whether you want it more focused or widespread. This animation is really cool and I like it a lot. There's also a new squeeze animation. Apple always focuses on providing its users with the most fluid experience, and it's with small features like these they achieve that. Have a look at what happens when I press the volume button. Can you see the edge of the screen? It's bouncing. So this is a new squeeze animation and it's really cool. Same thing happens when I press the power button too, or if I want to take a screenshot, and this gives a really nice feel to it. Another much awaited feature is now you can schedule your text messages. I remember watching a Jerry Rig Everything video and he specifically gave up the iPhone and moved back to Android for this feature alone. I don't think he's going to move back to an iPhone anytime soon because this new scheduling option is not applicable to all messages. Let me show you what I mean. So once you're in messages and you're done typing your message, if you select a user with another iPhone, it'll pop up in blue over here. And when you click on the plus button, you'll see this option, send later. Once you click on that, you'll be able to schedule your message up to a maximum of 2 weeks in advance. Once you click on send, it's going to show you that there's a send later option and you can even edit it or delete it from here. But if you decide to send a message to a non-iPhone user, you won't get the send later option over here, like you can see. Even if I go to more, it's not available. So that's a real bummer, but at least there's an option of sending a message later. So if your friends don't have an iPhone, you're all out of luck. Widgets also get a huge update in iOS 18. You can now long press on a widget. You get the same nub in the corner and you can grab that and resize your widget to either large, medium or small. You can even haptic tap on the widget and select the size from here. And if you select the first option, look at this. It removes the widget and changes it back to an icon. How cool is that? To change it back to a widget, just haptic touch and select the size. Believe it or not, but Calculator also gets a huge update in iOS 18. Also, for the first time ever, Calculator app is now available on the iPad by default. I never thought this was going to happen, but Apple surprised all of us and they included the Calculator app by default on the iPad. Now, why did they do this? Let me show that to you. Firstly, whenever you type anything, there's now a dedicated delete button over here. So you can no longer swipe left to delete a number, but instead you have to use this. Next is if you tap on this button over here, you'll get 3 different options. You get the basic calculator, scientific, and the all new math note. Before I show you math notes, let me show you convert. This is for a currency conversion. You can convert from USD to INR or whatever currency you want. So if I tap 1 USD, it gives me the current conversion. Let's go into math notes. So math note is the sole reason why Calculator app is now available on the iPad. Let me show what this is. So if I click on a new note and now I can type anything that I want over here, like let's say 2 plus 2. It already gives me the answer over here. If I continue, divided by 4, as you can see, it gives you the option over here, and you can even select to put in the whole equation or just the answer. And I can continue with this equation and make it as long as I want, and you continue giving me the answer over here. This is really fantastic and it's so cool for people who are in school or college. It's very helpful and it's a great time saver. So why did Apple add Calculator to the iPad? It's because if you have an Apple Pencil, you can write the equation with your hand and it will give you the answer, like you can see right over here. Also, do note that the answer given is matching your handwriting, so how cool is that? And Math Note doesn't just do simple addition or subtractions, it does complicated equations as well. So give it a try. The Settings app also gets an update. So if you click on any category, you will see there is a new heading that's been added with a brief description about that particular category. That's a nice touch. Also, if you scroll all the way down, you'll see all your apps have been moved into a apps category. And this is where all the apps will be available, including your default Apple apps and all the third-party apps that you download from the internet. This makes the entire settings much neater and I love this addition. iCloud section also gets a minor update. So if you click your name and go into iCloud, you'll be able to see that this entire section has been redesigned and it's much neater and it gives you more precise information just as you want it. In iOS 18, Passwords is now a standalone app. Earlier you had to go into settings, then password, and there you could access all your passwords, but now you can just access it with this app. So when you click on it and you enter your Face ID, this is the interface that comes up over here. You get all your saved passwords right over here, including your Wi-Fi passwords, and this is a real nice touch. I'm glad Apple made this a standalone app because this is a very important app to have. In iOS 18, you can now change your lock screen shortcut app. So to do this, you just go into your lock screen settings by clicking on Customize Lock Screen, and you can see that you can now change the shortcuts over here. Earlier, by default, it was always flashlight and camera, but if you want, you can change it from here by clicking on the minus icon and then add whatever shortcut you want. The next new feature is within your Notes app. So if you want to record audio within Notes, now it can be transcribed. And this is huge. Let me show you what I mean. So if I click on the attach button and and click on record audio, you'll be able to see that there's a new caption button over here. Tap on that, and once you start your recording, whatever you say will get transcribed over here. And this is a huge time saver because you can literally select all this and paste it wherever you want. Now that's a really nifty feature. The phone app also gets some massive new features, and there are huge updates as well. First out of the bat, T9 dialing finally comes to the iPhone. You have no idea how much I've missed this feature because I've been very used to T9 dialing right from Nokia days. If you know what Nokia is, do let me know in the comments down below. So what T9 dialing is, if I want to call HDFC, I just need to tap on the numbers that spell out HDFC. So as you can see over here, HDFC. So if I type in HDFC, these are all the results that come in over here. So if I click on 32 more, it gives me a list of all the HDFC numbers that I have. And if I click on see all, it will also give me a list of all of them. So this is something that has been missing on the iPhone, and I'm really glad that Apple has finally added it. Good job, Apple. Also, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps my channel grow, and it keeps me motivated to make more videos like these just for you. Call recording is finally available on the iPhone. Yes, you heard me right. Call recording is now finally available on the iPhone. And this for me is the most exciting feature because I really missed call recording moving from Android to iPhone. So let me show how call recording works on an iPhone. It is slightly different from Android. If I dial a number, this is the brand new call recording button over here. When you click on it, it will give a prompt to the receiver that the call is going to be recorded, like you can see over here. Within 3 seconds, it gives that prompt. And once it says that, the call recording will start. Not only that, you can even click on this and you can take notes on the call. Like whatever you're discussing on your call, you can put it on speaker, or if you have AirPods or something, you can take down notes by typing over here. Like if you're taking down minutes of the meeting or something, that's really handy. Furthermore, once you hang up the call, whatever recording has been done, it also gets completely transcribed. Now that is a really clutch feature. I don't think Androids have these. Maybe third-party apps do, but my Samsung phone could not do this. You can see that the entire call has been transcribed over here, which is really cool, and I can just copy this and paste it wherever I want. All your call recordings will get saved in the Notes application under a new category called Call Recordings. Since the number that I dialed wasn't saved in my contacts, so it just says call recording over here. But if you call someone whose number is saved, their name will pop up over here. Apple has implemented call recording very well, and I'm very happy about that. But I just wish that they had set call recording on by default for each and every call. I need to manually click on the record button, which is a slight hassle, but it's a minor inconvenience really. So like I mentioned in the beginning of the video that I will be giving you a bonus tip. If you can't see call recording option on your phone, you might have to change your iPhone's region. To do that, go into settings, general, scroll down, language and region, and make sure that you've set your region to United States. Also, when you change the region, it will ask you whether you want English US or English India or wherever the region you are in. Make sure you select English US. So once you change your region, you don't have to worry. It's not going to affect your day-to-day operations in any way. And here's the bonus that I promised. Once you enable this, you will also get voicemail box activated on your iPhone. So whenever you get any call and if you decline it, it'll go into voicemail, or if you don't answer your phone, it'll also go into voicemail and record everything. Like you can see over here, I'm in India and voicemail is working for me. By default in India, voicemail does not work. I have no idea why, but as soon as I changed my region to US, voicemail started working for me, and I'm very happy about it. So that's a hack for you right there, and do let me know in the comments down below if you appreciate this hack or not. One of the biggest and most substantial changes in iOS 18 is to the Photos app. The entire app has been redesigned completely, and this will take you some time to get used to. I've had iOS 18 beta on my iPhone for several months now, and I'm still getting used to the new Photos app, but trust me guys, it is a welcome change and it's a better change in my opinion. So when you open up the new Photos app, this is what you will see. You'll see that the bottom has been completely redesigned over here. It says years, months, all, and it also gives you some new options. There's a new filter option where you can filter all your favorites, edited photos, videos, just your screenshots, and you can even go into view options where you can zoom in, zoom out. You can even view just your screenshots if you want, or the photos that have been shared with you. So this definitely makes your Photos app way more flexible and much more powerful, and I like it. Also, when you open up an image, it does not go to the full screen. It's within a frame, and if you tap on it again, it will go to full screen like how it did before. Also, when you click on videos, it will play the video within a small frame, and when you tap on it, it will expand as well. Also, when you play videos, it will loop back. So if you are playing a video over here and now that you can see it's about to end, it will loop back to the beginning, and this is also a new addition to the Photos app. There you can see it's playing the video again. When you scroll down, you'll see these are the new sections over here. This is your recent days section where you can see all the photos that you've clicked recently. You also have all your albums that you've preset in the past. People and pets will pop up over here, and even your pin collection will show up over here, all your favorite photos and everything. They will also create a lot of memories. Trips has also been added over here, and it's really cool because it groups all your photos together with the same geotag location. It's a much neater way to view your memories, and I think that's what Apple was focusing on. They wanted the Photos application to list all your memories in a much better way, and I think that they have accomplished that with the new Photos app. And if you scroll down, you also get featured photos, and at the bottom you can view your media types like just your videos, selfies, photos, portraits, and clicking on them you'll be able to do that. You can also view all your hidden photos over here by unlocking it with your Face ID, and whatever you have deleted will also be locked, and you can only view them once you unlock it with your Face ID. If you do share albums, they will all pop up over here, and you also get a wallpaper suggestion at the bottom. You can also customize and reorder your entire Photos app. If you don't like something, you can remove it from here, and this is a really nice customization feature that Apple has added to the Photos app. You can now pause your video recordings. Yes, you heard me. So if you go into camera and you go into video, when you start a video recording, you will now get a pause button over here. I don't have it on my iPhone right now because I am on iOS 18.1 beta, and Apple has not yet added that feature in iOS 18.1 beta. But once you install iOS 18, you will see a pause button over here. This feature has been available in Android for ages now, but it's a welcome addition on the iPhone. Apple has also added to the accessibility section, they have added vehicle motion cues. I've added the control over here, and when you click on it, it gives you the option to leave it on or off or automatically in vehicle. So if I turn it on, you'll be able to see that there are certain dots that pop up over here, and when you're in a car and you're moving, the dots will also move along the screen in the opposite direction. So if you're going straight ahead, the dots will move backwards. If the car brakes, the dots will move in front, and if it goes left, the dots will move right, and so on. So this is supposed to reduce motion sickness for people who suffer from it, and if you're someone who can't use your phone while in a moving car, you might be able to do that with this feature. I personally don't suffer from motion sickness, so if you do, please let me know if this feature works for you or not in the comments down below. Another new accessibility feature is vocal shortcuts. So go into settings, accessibility, scroll down, you'll see there's vocal shortcuts right here. You can make your iPhone perform tasks with custom vocal shortcuts that you set up. So if you click on it, you have the option to set up a vocal shortcut, and so you can choose the action from here. For example, if you want to take a screenshot, now you can enter the custom phrase that you want to set. So I'm going to set snap. Once you click on go, you'll have to record the word snap 3 times so that iPhone recognizes the word when you say it. So let's see how that works. Snap, 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 and it's done. And it's done. So I click on continue. So now when I say this word, snap, you can see it's taken a screenshot. So this is a really powerful addition, and it's a great accessibility shortcut that Apple has added. So good job. Apple has added this really awesome new feature, and it's going to help a lot of you out there. There have been multiple times when my parents have called me and they've wanted to know how a certain thing could be done on their iPhone, and they want me to explain it to them on a call. It does get challenging because you have to explain to them what to press next, and it can get a little frustrating as well, especially if you don't have the patience. So this new SharePlay feature is going to solve all of that. How this works, I'm going to demonstrate with my iPad because I don't have 2 iPhones in my studio. So once you're on a FaceTime call, you'll see that there's a new button over here, share. So if I click on the share button on this iPhone and I select the option to share my screen, the entire screen will pop up on the other device, like you can see over here. Once I tap on that and I need to swipe out from here, my entire iPhone screen is now on my iPad. So I can literally circle something over here, it'll pop up over here. How cool is that? So let's say this is my iPhone and this is my parents' iPhone or my grandparents or anyone who needs assistance from me. So now I can easily explain what needs to be done to the person who's called me, and if I circle something over here, it shows up over here, and then I can say, click on this icon. I can draw and say that click on this icon, then they can tap on that particular icon and whatever the next steps are. Also, if you tap on the pointer button, you'll be able to take full control of that particular iPhone and you'll be able to do all the settings and changes that needs to be done. This is a really handy feature and I absolutely love it. Safari also gets a pretty cool new feature. You can now hide distractions. So how that works is, if you open up a website like let's say Mac Rumors and I want to hide this particular section of the website because I find it distracting. Tap over here and click on hide distracting items. Now I just tap on this particular item and click on hide, and there you see it's gone. I can hide more by tapping on that particular section. There you see it's got a really cool animation. So when I click on done, I just get this on the website, and even after the refresh it will still show me whatever I've selected to see. You can see that there's a hidden button over here. When I tap on that and click on show hidden items, it will bring back everything that I had previously hidden. So this is also a nice feature. Calendar app also gets a nice update. So if you open up calendar and you pinch to zoom, it will show you all your tasks over here, and all the reminders that you have set are also now synced with your calendars app by default. The next feature is to do with battery. So if you go into settings, battery, and you go into charging, so now you have the charge limit in increments of 5% right from 80 to 100. So earlier you had the option to only set it at 80 or 100, but now you can set it to 85, 90, 95. This particular option is to increase the longevity of your battery life, and I would suggest that you set it to 90 or 95. It does help a lot. Search within settings has also been redesigned. So if you click on search, and these are all the different options within settings that I have searched in the past, so it does give the suggestions over here. I find this really neat, and it does help me save a lot of time because whatever I want to jump into, I just select it from here. Game mode has also been added. So once you launch a game, it'll show over here game mode on. So what this does is that it reduces your background activity so that you get lower latency when you're playing games. This also improves the sound quality if you're wearing AirPods. So it will reduce the latency between your phone and the AirPods, so you will be able to hear your enemies better and fire at the right time, depending on the game that you play. Also, before we end this video, I wanted to mention one last bonus feature, and that is iPhone mirroring. If you have a MacBook, you can now mirror your iPhone onto your MacBook, and this really improves your productivity, because once you sit on your desk or wherever you work, you'll have to just set your iPhone aside, maybe put it on charge, and your entire screen shows up on your MacBook. I'll show that to you right here, and as you can see, my entire iPhone has been mirrored over here, and I can control each and everything about it. So if I get any notifications or a call or a message, I don't need to take out my iPhone at all. Everything can be done right from my MacBook, and this really helps me save a lot of time. So these are all the noteworthy new changes and features to iOS 18. I hope you found this video informative. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps my channel grow. See you in the next one.